Dum, 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 dum. Dum, dum. What up? You like Megan Cunniff. All right. I can concentrate now.
Can y'all hear?
Can y'all hear me?
Y'all can hear me? How about now? Can you hear me now? Let me know if y'all can hear me now. Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Okay. Welcome to the Heaven Hollywood Experience. I am your boy, Heaven Hollywood from Strong Island, New York. Strong Island, where we got them wildin'. Strong Island, where we got them wildin' at. So we're going to talk about some things that unfolded today that everybody's talking about. People still talk about the Diddy thing. They're trying to carry that Diddy situation. But that's now been over, what, 2 weeks now, this Diddy thing been happening? And now it's just about who can come up with the most salacious story. Meanwhile, we don't even know where Diddy is. We don't know whether he's still in London. We don't know whether he's on his way to Bali. He can go to Switzerland. They don't have a what do you call it? They can't extradite him back from Switzerland just in case any more charges come against him. I do hear that there's other cases, but that limitations is over. So I don't really know how far they'll get on that. I'm not sure how they do that. But in case you haven't seen it, it's been trending for hours. I know by now everybody saw it. I told you so. I told you so. Whenever you forgive a nigga for cheating, the only thing you let him know is all you got to do is beg or send flowers, right? Make a big old scene and send flowers in front of everybody, cut your show off and send flowers, willing to make a fool out of yourself or willing to embarrass yourself. And then the women say, oh, he must really be sorry because he was willing to embarrass himself in front of everybody. He just made a mistake. What's up, Pretty Eyes Entertainment? Of course her DMs is going to be flooded. Of course. Chris Brown might jump back in. I mean, maybe that was what Sloan was saying, but she was attaching him to Diddy. She's far off with that. Because he has no attachment to Diddy whatsoever, Offset. So I don't know what she meant by that. Now, again, I'm not trying to talk about and if anybody is married to a Southern guy, I'm not talking about y'all if you're a Southern girl or what have you. But what I've always known, I can only go by what I've always been told. I'm from New York, born and raised. I've always taught girls from New York, New Jersey, Philly, anybody up East Coast, they always would say, I'm going to go down and get me a country nigga because them niggas be tricking on bitches. But I don't like their style. They corny. They this. They dress. They get everything late. They dress mad corny. Like, their style is 2-3 years behind. You know how all the dudes in the South started wearing dreads and grills? Nigga, we was wearing grills in the 80s. We been off that. So that's why New York chicks never said, most of them that I knew from even Long Island, Queens, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Bronx, especially Bronx, they never liked niggas from the South. That was just not their thing. It's like, yo, I'm just gonna go down there. This nigga gonna buy me a truck, or he gonna buy me mad jewelry, or this, that, and the third. Now, New York niggas always love country girl because they said, you know, country girls listen and do whatever we want. See Beyonce and Jay-Z. Country girls love New York niggas. That's just the way it is. So the New York girls that I know that grew up with me, they were like, yo, I'm gonna go down to the South because them niggas trick. And y'all niggas don't be tricking up here. You know what I mean? So the moment she was like, oh, if y'all remember Cardi B, when she before she started dating Offset, she was like, I like New York niggas. I like New York, grimy, gritty, New York thug ass niggas. I'm sorry, that's what I'm attracted to. I remember she said that. And then 2 weeks later, she was dating Offset. I'm like, wait a minute. What up, Darius? And I'm like, wait a minute, I thought you said you don't like country niggas. You dating the countryest nigga of them all. One of the Migos niggas, them niggas are straight Atlanta niggas. You can't get no more Atlanta than Offset and Quavo and Takeoff. Them are straight Atlanta niggas. So when she said that, and then all of a sudden she turned up with Offset, I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck? There's got to be some industry created shit. They got to be putting y'all together, introducing y'all to each other, setting y'all up on a date, and then how it works when you create a relationship is they get y'all together, they pay for the first few dates, and then they say, let's see if y'all like each other because it's good for both of your careers. So it just so happened that Cardi B and Offset was created. They got together. They hit it off. She liked them. At first, she didn't like him like that. But as time went on, she liked him. And they ended up hitting it off. It happens like that sometimes in Hollywood relationships. You know what I mean? Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey was like that. They just didn't work out. They reassess it over a year and be like, yeah, I like this person. Okay. We don't got to touch it no more. Y'all are in it. So whatever happens after this is on y'all. It's different from a PR relationship. A PR relationship is something that's set up that benefits one or the other person. And they're not together for real. Like they don't sleep together. They don't live together. A PR relationship is done strictly to benefit what you got going on. That's not your real girlfriend. Creative relationships, that is your real girlfriend. PR is just like, oh, we're going to meet out at the venue and we're going to leave together. But then once we get around the corner, you're going to jump in your car, I'm going to jump in my car. Or once we get to a certain destination where nobody can see us, we're going to go our separate ways into the next event. But you ain't never really going to see no pictures of us doing no lovey-dovey things. You know? They use that to boost. Usually it's a person who's new in the game, and they'll use that to boost them up. They did that with Young M.A. They were trying to find a way to market Young M.A. She was a stud, right? But it's hard to market studs. So what did they do? We're going to go get the finest chicks out there right now that are video vixens that everyone know is straight, and we're going to say that they're now dating Young M.A. That's how we're going to market her to the gay community, because then all the other girls are going to be like, oh, shit, she pulled Tori. Oh, shit, she pulled, what's the girl with Moneybag Yo? Oh, shit, she pulled Drea. Oh, shit, Holly Berry kissed her. Like, all that shit was set up. You know what I mean? She was dating Ari. All of a sudden, Young M.A. Now let's come on now. I'm not gonna judge her like that, but let's stop acting like Young M.A. was walking around here looking like a dime. She was flabby and sick, like her body wasn't really crazy. You know what I mean? So, but then she had all the baddest chicks. Ari, Drea, Tori Breaks. All that shit was set up. Was Kim and Pete. PR. No, Kim just wanted to fuck. Yeah, Bernice Burgos. They were all in on it. No, Kim just wanted to fuck. See, it wasn't even PR. Kim just wanted to smash because Ponytail put it out there that this dude had such a big you know what. And Kim fell for it. And Ponytail was really just lying because she was trying to justify the fact of why people was asking her, what do you see in this guy? So she had to come up with something to justify it. When the real truth is, Ponytail's just a goddamn nympho. You don't even got to look good and she'll fuck you. All you got to do is hang around her for a little bit, get her drunk, tell her some things. Oh, no, you really are Mariah Carey. I'm telling you, I close my eyes and hear you sing. Girl, I think I really am listening to Mariah. Do you think I'm too skinny? Hell no, you ain't too skinny. You beautiful the way you are. You the baddest bitch out here in the game. Next thing you know, Ponytail, open them legs up. You ain't even gotta look worth nothing. Look at the dude she with now. All you gotta do is be nice and tell us and pull her some compliments. You know, she is very she has low self-esteem when it comes to her looks. She's always worried about her looks and who thinks she look good and if she's too skinny and this, that, and the third. That's what she's always worried about that. And then when dudes say she look good, oh, oh no, you beautiful. You don't need to gain no weight. What for? Do you think I'm the best singer or do you think Christina sing better? Christina who? Aguilera? Oh, she can't fuck with you. No, good and goddamn well Christina Aguilera can fuck with Ponytail. She can't fuck with you. Hell no. Genie in the bottle, Christina? Girl, come on. Don't you know you Ponytail? So back to what I was saying. From the beginning, when they first got together, I was like, nah, this is off. Cardi B like them New York niggas. This is off. And then on top of that, like I said, someone said, oh, why did I call him Zesty? I told y'all my publicist used to be a gay publicist from a gay publicist from Atlanta. Not gonna mention his name because he's still in the game. He's the one that told me about Will Smith. He's the first one to mention Dwayne Martin. He's the one that told me about Lisa Ray's husband. He told me about all that shit. And all that shit turned out to be right. And he said, "Oh yeah, girl, call me girl." I just wanted to tea. If you want to call, if you need to call me girl while you're talking, go ahead, nigga. Call me whatever you want. Let me just hear what the fuck you got to say. Let me tell you something, girl. She dating that Migos Offset. You know Offset? I'm sitting there like, no, good and goddamn well. I never even heard of Migos. I thought the name was Amigos, the friends. I said, yeah, I know them. What's up, Dolly? He said, oh yeah, well, he dating Offset. He the one, you know, He had him a little boyfriend. I said, what? What are you talking about? He had him. Now remember, Cardi B was just coming to the game, so I wasn't even all that familiar with Cardi B. I said, oh, you got a little boyfriend. And what happened was right before he blew up, this little boyfriend he had, this little transvestite or whatever the hell it was, he was getting ready to come out and put their relationship on blast. They was always together. They're saying they were best friends. They was always together, but according to this publicist, they were messing around. And you know them niggas in Atlanta, they be doing some zesty stuff. You know what that's the home of, but I digress. As soon as he turned up, deleted, Offset and them blew up. They said he wanted to get him up out of there because he was getting ready to tell. Tell it. He was getting ready to tell it. If you go to Baptist church, there's a song called Tell It. If the Lord did bless your soul, you ought to tell it. Tell it. I'll tell it. That's one of my favorite gospel songs ever, right? He was getting ready to tell it, tell it, tell it. I'll tell it, I'll tell it everywhere he permits me to go. So that was always the thing. Cash App is Heaven Hollywood. Y'all know I be giving y'all exclusive shit. That was always the thing, and that was always the talk around Atlanta. See, just because we're not in Atlanta, we don't know about this, but they know about this in Atlanta. They knew about Offset and this dude. Now, of course, Offset denies it. Oh, come on. I like women, blah, blah, blah. So I knew from there, I didn't like that pairing. Then pair that with Cardi B saying, oh, she like New York niggas. And I see how Cardi B act. I used to see Cardi B dance. I mean, so before she was the social media Cardi B. So I knew from there it wasn't going to work. Then when the whole thing with the cheating, we was like, God damn, y'all just got into a relationship. And now you already got the sex tape or the video of him going into a hotel with, I don't know who that was, Cuban doll or Mexican doll. I don't know what doll it was, Dream doll, but there was a video of him and Cuban doll or one of them dolls going into the hotel. That was the first one. Then he got caught trying to get Dua Lipa's number. Y'all don't know about that. Maybe the blog know. But other than the blog or me, y'all don't know that. He was trying to talk to Dua Lipa. Cardi found out about that. She just didn't make a big deal about it. Dua Lipa went back and told her. This was during the time before they were saying, oh, they weren't married yet, but they were married. So Dua Lipa was like, I don't mean to be funny, but is that your boyfriend? Yeah. Yeah, we dating. Oh, he tried to get my number. So then the whole Jade thing happened. And let's be clear, from what I heard, it was a threesome thing going on. I heard he smashed Baddie G and Jade, but he was feeling Jade. Nice choice, because I would have been feeling Jade too, because Baddie G looked like a fucking skeleton. Her face is hit, cracked, and on the ground. So everybody say, "Oh, you light skinned, you get over." Nah, that chick is light skinned and she fucking ugly. She definitely got a butter face. She got a nice fake ass, but she got a butter face. Baddie G. Yeah, okay. So that thing happened. And she caught the assault charge. Right after that happened, wasn't some Indian doll or something like that? Because remember, she came out, China doll. She came out, "I'm sorry, Cardi. I should have never tried to tell him that I was going to do a threesome." Remember that girl? She was on TMZ saying, "I apologize to Cardi B. I shouldn't have been trying to mess with her husband." Remember that? So then, after that, they split. They split. He came and begged her back. Then she said she wanted a divorce. Then he came and begged her back, came on the stage and did all that stuff. That's one of the reasons why she got rid of Patience, because Patience is her publicist, and Patience allowed Offset to come on that stage and do what he did. She set it up with him, tried to act like it was a surprise, and it wasn't. That girl Patience knew that he was going to do that. Then they had a break. And in between that time where they had that break, right after Culture was born, she allegedly fucked Bruno Mars. I'm going to say allegedly. I'm trying to remember the timeline. I'm trying to get the timeline down perfect. Her and Offset then got back together, and her and Bruno Mars was texting tough. You could tell in that video that act like that video time was around the time they was messing around. You could tell from the video, the chemistry in the video. She had more chemistry with Bruno than she ever had with Offset. But then once they got back together, Offset allegedly gave Bruno a call like, "Yo, back up off my wife, little man." Right? So Offset kind of stopped the friendship. Then he got caught DMing Jade in the middle of when she was going on the trial. She had a trial going on with Jade, and he got caught DMing Jade saying, "Low key, I miss you for real." She was with 6ix9ine. She put the DM on blast. That was around the pandemic. That's the same time when he was on camera and he got caught hiding his phone. Once he got caught hiding his phone, he must have been hiding it for a reason, because then she came on and said, "I'm getting divorced." That was during the pandemic. Now, this is 3 breakups and already 2 threats of divorce, and y'all wasn't even together 2 years at this point. I said that should send off something in your head that this nigga ain't good for you. Right? But he was able to weasel his way back in because of the pandemic, and he couldn't go anywhere. So he was saying, see, I'm being loyal. See, I'm home with you every day. She was like, "Nigga, it's a pandemic. You here, but it's a pandemic. Would you be here if it wasn't a pandemic?" So I say all this to say, I knew from the start, as Rocky Balboa would say, the start. I knew that from the start, Adrian. I knew that from the start, but Callis, I tried to tell you, you wouldn't listen. You wouldn't listen, Bacallus. Yo, Bacallus, I tried to tell you. Yo, Bacallus, we did it. So I said from back then it wasn't gonna work. Everybody like to say, "Oh, you're hating. You're just jealous because it ain't me." Two things can be true. Two things can be true. Yeah, I was jealous that it wasn't me, but I wasn't lying about I don't think that he's the right dude for her. Because you pretty much gave him the okay to cheat because you took him back over and over and over. What's up, JG? So now he's out there. I'll tell you on the video what I heard. I told y'all what I heard on the video. Me and Cardi used to have DM conversations all the time, right? Where the DM conversations stopped, like being consistent, now she just like reads what I have to say and she'll either like it if she likes it, or she'll send me a laughing emoji if she thinks it's funny, or something. If it's something really, really off the wall, she'll respond back and say something. So all of this that's going on now goes back to when Jade, who Cardi B has had to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to fight in court. All of this goes back to when Jade commented on Offset's album. And he responded back with the fire emoji or whatever. So Cardi B was like, first of all, I thought that bitch was blocked. I thought that bitch was blocked. How the fuck are you commenting on her page? I thought you blocked that bitch. And Offset hit her with the, well, I do that to everybody that said my album's hot and supporting. It don't mean nothing. I'm doing that to everybody. She's like, yeah, but the point is, how did you even see it? I thought her page was blocked. Why would you not have this bitch blocked? After all the shit I've been through. Oh yeah, we'll get to Nicki and her stuff. This is mostly about Cardi, but we'll get to Nicki and the games that she plays. But everybody should know that's the game Nicki plays. You know, as Barty Gang was telling me, see, Heaven, that's why she got a shoe thrown at her. That exact reason right there. Party Gang was hot. For them shady posts and shady likes, that's the reason why the bitch got a shoe thrown at her. But this whole rant, I was hoping she wouldn't do that. I was hoping she wouldn't do that. Because that is just the ammunition that anti-Cardi B fans need. So they can continue to laugh at her, continue to poke fun at her misery or whatever the case may be. And when people were saying, yeah, Nicki Minaj, you the last person should talk. But there's one thing There's one thing that Nicki Minaj is going to be able to say. Sure, me and my nigga have problems, but you'll never see it on the internet. Y'all will never know when we have a fight. They've had plenty of fights, from what I hear, but they'll never put it on Front Street. He don't have a social media, so, or at least not one that we know. That one is not a burner account. Now this really hurts Cardi B because people like myself and others. I'm not talking about the people that's out there that really don't care about Cardi B, but they just want to say off the cheat. She didn't want to have to deal with the people who said to say, I told you so. I told you so. That's the last thing a woman wants to hear after they pretty much get with somebody, right? I told you so. For all y'all that didn't hear it, I don't know how you didn't hear it, but for everybody that didn't hear it, it's Cardi B going off on Offset.
And over again and still be like, watch what I'm about to say. And it's so fucking sad that a nigga like to, yo, this.
Please stop spinning. Hold on, y'all. Man, there's all sorts of shit going on this computer.
Motherfucker really like to play games with me when I'm at my most vulnerable time. When I
Hold on, y'all. Sorry. Hold on. My connection shit is fucking up. Hold on. All right, so let me just get some shit. Y'all can still hear me because my connection with Twitter, and I'm going straight to the internet on top of that. Hold on. Okay, y'all can hear me good. So what I'm gonna do is, hold on. Since Twitter is so busy and they moving my shit around, hold on. Is this it? This don't make no sense. So I'm trying to play it on one computer. What's up, Sexy 60? All right. While I get that pulled up, she's basically, I'll tell you while I'm getting it pulled up, I'll tell you basically what she said. So she's basically going off on Offset, saying, "Oh, you never even gave me a thank you. As many times as I helped your ass." I always losing connection. As many times as I helped your ass, and blah 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 blah. Too nice, right? Y'all can still hear me? The computer. This computer is always going offline. I just have to stop being lazy and plug my new computer up. This old computer is just so. It was so dope. So won't be able to see the picture, but let me just do this.
He knows I'm in my house. He knows that I'm chilling. He knows I'm not doing the most.
Hold on. Whoa. Oh. Hold on 1 minute. Okay. You hear these people in the you hear these people in the back? Somebody having a party, but they must be doing karaoke or some shit. What's up, truth teller? A sucker for punishment, right? Well, that's messed up. That's pretty messed up. Okay. Y'all can still hear me, right? So let's go back here to the beginning.
Play games with me because he knows I'm not an easy girl. He knows yesterday I could have been out, I could have been chilling, I could have been this and that. He knows I'm in my house. He knows that I'm chilling. He knows I'm not doing the most. And I've really been sparing you. I've really been sparing you. You've been fucking feeling yourself, you bitch ass nigga, because of your.
And this is not fake. These are tears. And if you saw her other live before when she's talking about moving on and stuff like that, you can hear she was crying then. She was trying to hold back tears. So this is not fake. So everybody's saying, "Oh, it's PR." Oh, this, get over yourselves, Nicki fans. It's not PR to try to stop Nicki's album from. Nicki's album's already out, so it's not going to stop. The tracking week is over. So for the people saying, "Oh, she's trying to distract everybody from buying Nicki's album's already been out a week. The tracking week is over. So whatever was bought the first week has already been tallied.
Bitch ass album and shit, and you really been fucking doing me dirty after so many fucking years that I motherfucking helped your ass. Not even a fucking thank you that I got for your bitch ass. And it's so crazy that I gotta go to the fucking internet because whenever the fuck I tell you something, you don't take shit seriously.
So she said she feels as though she has to go to the internet to get basically what she's saying is to get people to listen to her. And for people to listen to her, that she says, sad, I got to go to the internet. And that's the only way he'll pay attention is if she's putting it on blast. And on top of that, that's the only way she'll feel the love back, or she'll feel like somebody cares about what she's saying, is if she goes to the internet. Now, The Nicki Minaj fans like to say, oh no, she was doing that because of Kanye. Well, if it did happen around the same time, right? If Nicki had just tweeted a laughing emoji, then I might say she could have been talking about Kanye West. But you know where she gave it away? Is when she put the Michael Jackson. And she's always talking about Offset when she puts Michael Jackson. So that's why she can't say, I wasn't even talking about her. I wasn't paying attention to her. I was talking about Kanye West. No, she wasn't talking about Kanye West. A regular clown emoji or a smiling emoji or laughing emoji, I'd say maybe she was talking about Kanye West. But everybody knows whenever she's trying to shade Offset, she puts the Michael Jackson face. Right? Cardi B is that screenshot with Offset allegedly putting hard eyes on one of Nicki's recent posts real or fake? Now, I'm pretty sure that that's fake. He ain't gonna do that. He was just sitting up, he wouldn't even bop his head at that. They always tend to do that. I don't know why Nicki Minaj fans do that. They're the weirdest fucking people. As much as they support her and as much as you want them as a fan base, these are the type of people that Doja Cat is talking about and shitting on. Doja Cat just shitted on Stan Twitter in her interview. And she was talking about the Barbs. When she said, oh, they be going, oh, mother, and oh, yes, mother. You know, and queen. She was talking about the Barbs. And she said, I just think that's stupid. Right? So, hold on. So, yeah, that's what she's talking about. So, listen. Nicki Minaj put the smiling Michael Jackson. That let everybody know she was laughing at Offset. And then Cardi B came back and said, why don't you take your man to the park and leave me the hell alone?
So they're going to refer her to.
Hold on one moment. All right. Yeah, because he can't go to a park. I know that one. However, the Cardi B coming at Nicki Minaj is long overdue. Like this is, this needs to just settle this because this is is dragging and dragging and dragging and dragging and dragging. It's never going to be over until the two of them meet each other on the street or bump into each other on the street and somebody just start throwing blows. Because that's eventually what's going to happen. It just so happens that they don't really go to the same places. And when they go to the same places, it's a place like an award show. So you know that's not going to go down at an award show. But Cardi B don't shop where Nicki shops. Cardi B don't hang where Nicki hangs. Nicki's not really a hangout girl. She doesn't really go out to clubs. You know, Nicki don't really go out to clubs. Nicki's barely in New York, right? She's only in New York for special occasions. So they're not gonna really bump into each other. Cardi B at house in Atlanta, her other house is in New Jersey, and then she's got the two houses in LA, but they don't live near each other, so they're really not gonna bump into each other unless it's at an event, and then you're gonna have, unless they want the same situation that they had at Harper's Bazaar, it's never gonna be over. They're not gonna do a celebrity boxing match. Do a celebrity boxing match for charity. 3 rounds, right? 3 rounds. Let's do a celebrity boxing match. And then after that, we're done with each other. Don't ever mention me, right? Don't mention me. Don't talk to me. Don't talk about me. Don't talk about my family. This is your chance right now. Let's get in the ring. We're going to go 3 1-minute rounds. Charity. You know, people will give the money to charity. If you beat me, I have to give money to your charity. If I win, you have to give your money to my charity. And then after it's over, that's it. Agree to just leave each other alone. Because all this talking back and forth, subbing, and the shit is corny now. It was cute at first. It's mad corny now. We're going on what, 5 years? 6 years it's been going on. Both of you came in front of the world on Twitter and said that it was over. That lasted a little bit under a year, and then you two were going back and forth again. When y'all both said it was over. Right? All these people, all the fans out there that be talking shit about Cardi B, if you saw her, you'd be on her dick. Same thing about Cardi B fans. They talk shit about Nicki Minaj, but if you see Nicki Minaj in the street, you be trying to get an Instagram picture with her. So all that shit is cap. All of that is cap. Right. We all knew the motorsport thing was a diss. I all knew that. Just like I knew that Cardi's bars was for Nicki on motorsport. Right. I mean, but as far as this thing with Offset, now, very importantly, if this thing with Jade is a real thing. Now I know some Jade has responded and said she wasn't at Offset's birthday party. I knew nothing about that. Before I did the video, I knew nothing about that. I had gotten a phone call from a person very connected who I talk to on a regular basis, and they told me that when Jade commented on Offset's album, and Offset responded back with that fire emoji, Cardi B was livid. Because she's saying, here's a girl, I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on a lawyer. I was in a lawsuit with her. Why are you even still communicating with this bitch? And I got to agree with Cardi B on that. As fine as Jade is, and she is fine, let me tell you. As fine as Jade is, Cardi B has had to fight again, brought on by herself. I've always said from the beginning, I love Cardi B. Everybody knows I love Cardi B, but she should have never had those girls beat up. You should have had them niggas jump your nigga. That's who you should have had beat up. You should have had Offset beat up, not Jade and Baddie G. You got to check your hoe. Your hoe is Offset. You can't check the player. The player was Jade. You got to check the hoe. The hoe is Offset. Well, she wasn't bothering Jade. She who said this? Dolly. She hasn't said anything to Jade. She said she didn't say anything to Jade or something. Like when Jade commented on she didn't say anything. She hasn't said anything to Jade. And if I'm not mistaken, she might not be able to say anything to Jade. Jade may have a restraining order on her, meaning she can't say anything. She can't come within a certain amount of feet. She can't say anything, can't threaten her on social media. I'll have to find that out. But that may have been a part of the settlement agreement or the plea that she took. Right? She can't say anything to this girl, threaten her or whatever. And she hasn't said anything to her, but she has said something to Offset. She's allowed to say something to her husband about a certain chick. But she's not bothering Jade. She hasn't said anything to Jade. But that's the rumor going around that Jade was at Offset's party. Jade responded and said, that's cap. You so messy. Stop trying to get me in your shit and this, that, and other. But she wasn't talking to Cardi B. She's talking to somebody else. But then it makes you think back, like the person said, with the Sweetie rumors. It makes you think back. People have been saying that Offset's been cheating. He just wasn't getting caught. And that's where frustration comes in at, because she said, as much as I helped you, meaning her fans, she had her fans streaming Offset's music. This nigga right here wasn't. And I told her I wasn't. I'm not doing it. I'll stream your music. I'm a fan of your music. And she was like, but if you're a fan of my music, then you know that this is important to me, why won't you stream my husband's music? So I've never been a fan of Offset. And just because he's married to, dates or whatever, Cardi B, that's not enough to make me be a fan of his music. You know? So she helped him. She had a whole bunch of people doing station heads and this, that, and the third. And for her to hear her say, you never even gave me a thank you after all I did for you. And let's be clear. Let's be clear. Offset, I look at Offset the way I look at Scott Disick. Yeah, he was rich already when he met Cardi B. But being connected and married to Cardi B got him way more clout and got him way more famous. He was already rich. He's going to be rich from the Migos, whatever the Migos sold. But he now became the good-looking Migos when they wasn't saying that before. Every woman I know, when the Migos were out, all talked about Quavo. Quavo's the only good-looking one in it. Quavo's the only sexy one in the Migos. They didn't like Takeoff. They didn't like Offset. It wasn't until Offset married Cardi B and got with Cardi B, that's when women all of a sudden was so attracted to Offset. And that's the truth. That's the truth. He used Cardi B for clout, and then women all of a sudden start talking about how Offset is sexy, Offset is good looking, but they wasn't saying that before he got with Cardi B. So yes, Cardi B gave him clout, gave him fame, made him more famous. The money, she didn't really make him money. Right? But let's be honest here. Offset wouldn't be as popular as he was if he was not married to Cardi B. And that's the same way I look at Scott Disick. People say, well, Scott Disick was already he was already rich because his parents was rich. Yeah, but he wasn't famous until they found out he was Kourtney Kardashian's baby father. See, just regular rich Scott Disick that was rich from his parents, he's not walking into a club and getting booked for $50,000. He's getting booked for $50,000 because he's Scott Disick, Kourtney Kardashian's baby father. That's why he's getting booked for $50,000. So yeah, Offset had money when he got with Cardi B, but she enhanced his profile. I mean, it's just the truth. He looked different on her arm than he would just some regular Instagram model's arm. But now she's faced with a dilemma. Now it's out there on social media. Now people are digging. The Jade rumors are going around. You know that people are going to roll with that until they can't roll with it no more. The other chick, I think, came out and said, "Oh, I was not with him," but meanwhile, there was people reporting that you left there with him, sis. How are you gonna get all those people? How are you gonna prove all them people lying when it's 4 or 5 different people that said they saw you leave that club the same time as Offset left the club, and there was people saying that they saw you and him sneak into a hotel. And then the next thing you know, early in the morning, you posting hotel pictures. So I'll leave it up to y'all to judge that, whether y'all think that's true or not. And this, and Sexy 60. And this is why, hold on. And this is why I said, and this is why I have a problem with women in general that let niggas and relationships get in the way of your career, your life, your success, your grind. Because you're involved with Offset, you had 2 kids. The first one was right in the middle of your first blow up. You were lucky that you got away with that. You were lucky that having your first child didn't really affect you. That's because Kylie was having Stormy, and it had shifted. All of a sudden, having babies were cute. Where it used to be in the middle of your career, this is the worst time to have a kid. So culture didn't bother. But having the second kid, You know, I want to have a whole bunch of babies with this nigga, so and so and so. Having that second kid stopped you from this second album. Stopped you from the second album. That's what really got me unfollowed. That's what really got me unfollowed. She unfollowed me the first time, then she followed me back. And then when I said, God, please don't tell me you're pregnant, when I didn't know she was really pregnant, but she really was. And before she went on that BET, I remember the conversation. I still got the conversation. She did me and said, oh, tonight on the awards, I got a big surprise. And then my response back in DM was, please don't tell me you're pregnant again. But I was just joking. I did not think in a million years she really was pregnant. And then she said, what do you mean, don't tell you I'm pregnant again? And because she really was pregnant, she said, who the fuck told you? And I said, told me what? That I was pregnant. Nobody. You just did. Actually, you just told me. And then she didn't believe that nobody didn't tell me. She said, "Oh, how out of all the things that I could announce, you said pregnancy? It's probably because somebody you fuck with know or see me or fuck with me, and they not saying nothing, and they blabbing my business." But I was like, "Listen, I did not know you was pregnant. I was just saying that. God, I hope you're not pregnant again because your album is gonna delay your album." And because of that, I got unfollowed later that night. So it had to be because of that. But this Offset relationship, you only have one album out. It's now it's going to delay the album some more because now you're not going to be in the mood. You were in a good groove with working. Now you're not going to want to get up. You're going to be crying, waking up. So God only knows when or if this second album's ever coming out. You know, so, but for me, working with women for years, I've worked with way more. Our projects was probably 80% women. I probably worked with 80% women. And working with women most of my life, it's always a nigga that's in the way. Always. It never fails. Either they get pregnant, they got a jealous boyfriend, they come down the set and want to see what you doing. And I've had encountered all that shit. And when you trying to be a relationship and have a relationship in the public, and then you also trying to be collaborators. So now you trying to be collaborators together, parents together, and be in a relationship together, all in front of the world. That's why I said if you're gonna be parenting and stuff together, maybe you shouldn't be, making so many records together. Because it's going to become a distraction. Right? Another time before the album, hopefully not now. This should be the time to do it. I just want to see if she actually filed for divorce. Well, Life for Kenya, she not only filing, she's got to actually go through with it. She's got to go through with it because he's going to throw on his best. Baby, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Is all that I can say. I know that I fucked Jade. And this ain't coming easily. But forgive me. Forgive me. And you can say, oh, say. Anyway, listen, man. I don't get joy out of anyone's misery. You know, the Nicki Minaj fans, I think it's tacky that Nicki, you know, like Nicki, you just said that it was just recorded, and let everybody know, for y'all know that I'm the GOAT. The GOAT. I told you a year ago what she was selling. I ain't know nothing about no billboard this, billboard that. I just simply did simple calculations in my head. Do, 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 do. Take away billboard. Do, do, do. Add the barbs. Add today's the climate we're living in. Subtract. Party gang. Subtract. Hate train. Equals. And I said 221. Well, they announced that she be doing 222. Now academic final numbers 223. And I said 221. I'm right there. Nobody else is as close as me. Now, Elliot, like I told y'all again. So Jay-Z is not going to come out and spew any hate to Nicki Minaj. Or to anyone else for that matter, as female. I don't conversate with females. You're female. If you're not conversate with my wife, I don't conversate with females. But Jay-Z has certain people that he knows he can use as mouthpieces. Jay-Z has 3 people he can use as mouthpieces in the media. Number 1, Jay-Z ball hanger is Elliott Wilson. He's number 1. The number 2 Jay-Z ball hanger is Charlemagne. And the number 3 Jay-Z ball hanger, she's kind of pulled away from Jay-Z a little bit, but she's still a ball hanger. And that is Angie Martinez. So Jay-Z can use those 3 people in media that he can use to spread whatever hate or whatever issues he has. So she was responding to Elliot, and if you notice, she said, Jay-Z, what makes y'all think? It's something about when y'all get around Jay-Z that makes you think you can disrespect me and makes you think you can violate. Because Elliot is Jay-Z's mouthpiece. Jay-Z's not going to come out and say anything to Nicki. He's not going to say anything to anybody, really. Not Kanye. Like, Jay-Z's at a point now where he's like, I don't even have to talk. I don't even have to talk. So she was upset that Elliott Wilson, she said that he has tweeted and retweeted several things about her that she's seen. But the only thing that I would do if I was her, you can say all those things you want. I'm just saying, if I was Nicki Minaj, I would try to leave Jay-Z out of it as much as possible. If you don't really need to say his name, don't. If you don't really need to say, like if you could have just said, why when y'all get around, like she said it first the best way. She said, why when y'all get around certain people, y'all start acting like you're violent. That's where she could have kept it. She didn't have to name Jay-Z. She could have just kept it generic, like she had it. Right. So, and that's why I was telling people she didn't go to Renaissance not once. She wasn't on tour. But then people still want to say, they're cool. They're cool. Stop starting rumors. You're trying to start stuff between the Beehive and what's her and the Barbs. No, I'm not trying to start it. There's nothing to start. It's already started. It's already started. The writing's on the wall. You can see it. And if you can't see it, I'm gonna need you to stop missing your eye. Don't miss your next eye appointment. For anybody who can't see it, that can't see that Nicki and Doja Cat don't rock together, that can't see that Nicki and Ice Spice is starting to distance themselves from each other. That That's why these people are killing me, man. You see me live. So you can't see that Beyonce and somebody go get me the last picture Nicki Minaj took with Beyonce. We've seen recent pictures of her and Rihanna over the last couple of years. Somebody go get me the last picture or the last interaction, the last tweet. You used to see them together all the time at the award shows.